but because I'm too poor, but I'm gonna fly my sign and walk up and down the city park. Hi, you guys know me, right? And because I watch the news, right? And I'm gonna walk up and down the street, right? And I know there's gonna be a lot of people complaining because we're in Trump Nation.
Okay.
But that being said, it's my constitutional right, and I want to ask people if Joe Pence is a liar. You know what I mean? McConnell, all these guys that talked about what they felt Trump did, right? And now everybody's changing their tone, right? But my children have been kidnapped from me. People invaded my house, right? And I'm saying that rich people, my lawyer even told me, man, Bell, this only happens because you're poor, right? So when we flip it, right, they're baby thieves here. Okay, I got about 1,000 pages worth of paperwork that I'm gonna show everybody. I'm gonna be playing on my sound system, videos. I'm gonna put up a TV, right? I'm gonna make the biggest public spectacle I can because you guys stole my children, right? I've come in and Robbie Peterson here prayed with me one day. You know what I mean? Because you know what? There's horrible things happening to me. I've never beat my wife, but they say that there might be allegations, but they've never notified law enforcement, right? So they're just saying, hey, if we say something about you, you just have to give up your rights, right? It's like getting consent to search my car. As long as I say no, because I have the right to say no as an American, as a citizen, right? I've been to prison. I deny those facts, right? But I'm saying, man, I'm law-abiding. Right, and I'm saying, man, people keep harassing me and doing things, and you guys don't want to defend. Donald Trump can almost start a war in this country, and now it's all, it's on Capitol Hill right now. We're having congressional hearings, right? And I'm saying, man, this little town, people fly flags saying fuck Joe Biden on their house, right? That's disturbing to me, right? There's people talking about they're willing to fight for Donald Trump. I'm saying I'll die for Joe Biden in my nation, right? I just want you guys to know, man, that I'm going to be out there speaking my piece in my community. And I'm saying as Democrats, people who believe in justice should stand up for what they believe in, right? Stop letting the minority bully the majority. Man, we are a great country. You know what I mean? I'm in front. Joe Biden a traitor? Donald Trump a traitor? Is Donald Trump a traitor? Is Mike Pence a liar? Mike Pence, the old vice president, he said on TV that the election was not stolen. Do you believe that to be true, or is Mike Pence a liar?
I think he's just trying to politician.
Oh, so Joe Biden's not the rightfully duly elected president of the United States?
I don't think so.
All right. I mind my P's and Q's. I'm law abiding. And these people are just downright mean. You turn the car off?
Yeah. Is that a lighter?
Uh-huh. I'll be back.
Don't want to see. We want to see. I have freezing in my neck.
Going to the courthouse. Hi. Well, I'm filming. She knows me, right? I want to file my 1983. Do I file it here? Do I file it in district? Let me show you. A uniform 42.
I can take a look at it and then I can see. So this is for the U.S. District Court,
Where that would be located.
not here. That's
But it says you
Spokane.
filed that in the county that you reside. So where would I file that?
so. But all I'm telling you is this is for the United States
But
District
it's
Court, but that's not. We're just for the county. So the United States District Court is up in Spokane.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would not be here.
So I can't file this application here.
No, because it's for the United States District Court. We are just the Superior Court for Columbia County.
Right, so are you guys saying that, so what would be the district court that has purview? The United States District Court, could I go to Idaho? Because it's a district, you know, and their jurisdictional lines are different than,
No, Spokane, so Spokane.
I can't go to Spokane.
Okay, and then there's Richland, and then there's Yakima.
Right.
That's where you would have to file these papers, not here.
Right,
Because those are the United States District Courts.
and once these are filed,
Then it has nothing to do with here. And if it's, you'd have to go there and you'd have to file.
so does this community provide legal assistance, like legal aid for people that are indigent?
You can contact Northwest Justice. We don't have anybody here in the county. There's their card right there.
Right, no, I understand that, but I'm saying I've already took my allegations to the sheriff,
Okay.
right? I've tried talking to the judge here, right? Right, so what I'm saying is I've come to you numerous times, right? I've been accused of all kinds of things, that slander to my name, right? They haven't, they're, you know what I mean?
I
So,
understand, but I'm just trying to help you. You
No,
don't
I
file
understand.
one here.
right, what I'm saying is there any other, how do I bring some kind of complaint at a criminal level, like them invading my house without a search warrant? Right, I've took my allegations to
Have
the
you
sheriff.
contacted your attorney that?
Again, there's a conflict. I'm gonna ask for another attorney, but I'm saying that where do I make an actual complaint? You know, the First Amendment says I have the
I
right
understand that.
right? And I'm saying I've came in and asked ample times, right? I'm trying to do what I have to do, right? Because
But you don't file these paperwork here.
Right.
That's what, so you would have to go and file it with Spokane to Richland.
so those same rules don't apply to you guys. Like, I mean, what I'm saying is if a crime happens and you guys don't have all your ducks in a row, but you guys get immediate action right there because there's what? Exigent circumstances. I'm saying my house is invaded, right? I'm saying where's my, you know what I mean? Am I getting afforded equal justice under the law? Right?
I'm not an attorney. And
No, you're a clerk.
I know, but I can't give you legal advice, and that's,
So you're saying you're uninformed in the rights and policies of this county and what my rights as a citizen
no,
are?
but I can't tell you what paperwork you need to file, but this is not where you would file this paperwork. So
Right,
you
well-
would have to file it with the correct entity.
Well, no, but again, I mean, what I'm saying is that without us, you guys would be non-essential. We wouldn't need
I
you.
understand. So are you just gonna accuse us, or are you going to?
Well, I'm saying how many times have I came in here to talk to you guys? You guys don't even have legal aid for us?
The jurisdictions, like we've explained,
Okay.
there's two other options, but those are the counties that Eastern Washington does.
Thank you.
And they have phone numbers?
Well, it's a website.
So,
Do
this
you
is-
want, which phone number do you want, Richland?
Well, yeah, I'd like somebody so I could call them, you know? It's not like I can't afford the gas, but man, I'm trying to not have to pay for, you know, they're putting me, you know, I'm having to run when I've done nothing wrong.
Let me see
So-
what I can find out, Mr. Ronnie, okay?
This is what we were trying to tell you, is it's Richland, you can go to Spokane, or contact Spokane, you can contact Yakima, or you can contact Richland. You just don't file these papers here in our court.
Well, what I'm saying is, right, I mean, this is where I'm at. This is where I reside, right? Right, and I'm saying nobody here is getting, so what do? I mean, I found out this is Trump nation. People can hang flags all over the place and do whatever they want in support of Trump, right? And I'm saying, is that why I'm being discriminated against? Because I advocate for Joe Biden, right? No, I'm just saying, this is Dayton. I can go down the road and show you all the flags that are in support of Donald Trump, even though, and Mike Pence a liar? We're getting away from that. I'm saying, right, I've came in here. My children have been abducted, right? And you're saying, hey, they didn't need all that grace period to get my kids from me when I did nothing wrong, right? So can I walk around here in a Speedo? Is it against the law for me to walk around here in a Speedo? I'm asking you that because I'm going to go buy a Speedo, and it's a constitutional guarantee that I can walk around my public, as long as it's not indecent, is walking around in a
That would
Speedo.
be indecent.
Why? So women walking around in mini dresses and short shirts is not indecent? I'm saying, and I want to know. I'm going to go buy a Speedo. Will you guys arrest me?
I can't speak for the sheriff's office.
Right.
I'm not the sheriff's office.
I'm just saying, you guys keep harassing me. You know, all of you guys, because you know what? If you guys know that they're doing something illegal and you choose not to step in and intervene, then you guys are just as culpable as anybody else. You know what I mean?
Here are some numbers for you. There's two of them. There's the Yakima number, and then there's the Richland number that you can contact for the paperwork.
So what I'm saying, you guys are saying that I have no rights to defend myself against unlawful acts done by you guys acting under color of law. Title 18, section, right? It says acting under color of law. They went into my house without a search warrant.
That has nothing to do with us.
They said you guys gave them the warrant. And there was no warrant on record. Can you show me a warrant that they had to go into my house?
I don't have a warrant.
I have video evidence showing what they said. I got an affidavit that shows that they went into my house while I wasn't home.
Okay. You might need to contact Northwest Justice.
All right, thank you. And I said, you know what, Matt, it is showboating, you know what I mean? It's showing that they're saying all kinds of things about me, right? But yet I come in here, have I been vulgar? I've been loud, but have I been vulgar? Do I swear? Have you? And
You have not sworn.
okay, but they keep saying in sworn affidavits that I'm hostile.
You are a little bit.
Asserting my rights hostile. Do you hear how they talk on the Senate floor? Do you hear how they talk to each other? Is that affront? Is that an affront to my rights?
I can't speak for the Senate.
Right. You're saying me asserting my rights is hostile.
You do sometimes get hostile, yes.
So asserting my rights is
No,
hostile.
I didn't say no.
So how have I been hostile then?
You just, when we've tried to talk to you, you sometimes go up to the next level. That's all
I'm asserting my rights.
That's fine.
So is that hostile? Asserting my right? No, I'm just saying.
No,
Have I been hostile?
no.
But you just said that my nature.
It doesn't matter which one I say.
So are you the fill-in instructor? I mean, like I said, man, we hear how our senators and congressmen, our governor, you guys, the sheriff, the allegations they make against police officers trafficking young ladies at the grocery store, right? See how we can spin this any way we want? What I'm saying is if we recorded everything, you can't spin it. And I have never been hostile. I'm just asserting my rights. And I'm just saying, you know what, you mischaracterized. That's slander, ma'am. And I'm saying you guys are so used to being able to cover your bases, but now there's video, and you said that it was hostile, and then you acknowledge that I wasn't hostile because I'm just asserting my rights.
Okay, if that's how you feel.
Again, you said it right there, feelings. Man, you're interpreting my situation versus yours.
No.
I mean, look, you guys have a bulletproof window on you, man. I mean, that's how afraid you guys are. That's showing me, man, that you guys must be doing something wrong, that you guys are so afraid of the people you say you represent.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Right? Oh, in this day and age, I mean, God, I mean, should I be afraid walking outside? Should I be in fear of my life? I mean, the way you guys talk, we should be afraid to go outside of our
You're
house.
now accusing me and us.
You guys are, you know what? They'd say me and my wife, because we're together, we're one unit. And what my discrepancies are hers. So I'm saying, you know what? If you know she's breaking the law and you don't say nothing, you're just as culpable. And I appreciate you, right? But again, you know, it's interpretation. That's why we should record everything, right? Because I do talk loud, and I want to make sure that you heard my voice, right? Because never once have I been hostile. I asserted my rights, and there's a difference. I mean, you guys are just used to people going, okay, yeah, I'm not sad. And you get paid by us, right? What do you do for a living? Where does your check come from?
Taxes are
right.
Like
So just like I asked the sheriff, what if they invented a pill that cured everybody like COVID does, right? Imagine they made a pill that made everybody walk the right line, believe in God like they're supposed to, right? Made you normal. Would we need you guys anymore?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
Right. I mean, just say there was no more law offenders. People just followed the rules like they're supposed to. Right? Would we need you? Would we need to spend that money on you in this building that we wouldn't need for any other reason than that people like you get a job, right? And you get to go to sleep comfortably at night, right? Because you have a job working for the government. I mean, God, you guys do a whole lot, right? But crime is still happening every day in this country. There was almost an insurrection, right? And all you guys Donald Trump supporters, just remember this. There's more Democrats in this country, and we're not afraid either. They're talking about war. So, I mean, Joe Biden isn't out there trying to defend allegations against his character.
I'm not even talking about politics.
Well, I'm saying, but it's the whole grand scheme of things. You guys still babies. Nobody's looking our way because we have so many other issues, right? I'm just saying, you guys just make propaganda. For what reason?
I don't know what you're categorizing me with, but I'm just trying to help you get to the right spot so you can file your paperwork. And now you're accusing me and making accusations of
I'm
me.
accusing you?
You don't have any idea of anything about it.
How many times have I been in here? I told you before they abducted my children that they were coming. I told you ahead of time, and they still...
We had nothing. And we told you that over and over and over. We knew nothing what was going on. Absolutely nothing. If you wouldn't have come in, we had no idea.
Right, but everybody else, I'm showing you. How is that not deceitful?
I understand your frustration. I really do. Because we were just as confused and frustrated because we had no idea what was going on.
Well, I agree with you.
And what you were even talking about because we had absolutely nothing.
Well, I agree with you. What I'm saying is that you guys see what another county did to me. I've lived here for almost a year, right? And what I'm saying is in all that time, there has been nothing from me. Why? Because as long as people leave me alone, I don't need to defend myself. But if you come to my house and knock on my door and say, I have the right to come in, I'm just show me a search warrant. And if you come into my house without a search warrant, I'm saying you violated my right. right? Anything that happens after that is that being said, if they arrest me, I can't stop that. If you guys were to come in here and arrest me right now, I would go willingly, because to do anything otherwise would be foolish on my part, right? That being said, I'm supposed to rely on you guys to do what's right. Like if I get a release paper, you guys are, I know you're gonna try as hard as you can, but you got a lot of paper, and sometimes you can't just get to it because I want to get out right now. I know it doesn't happen that way. You don't see me kicking doors in jail trying to, like, well, it's their fault. What I'm saying is, in something like this is, man, I was a law-abiding citizen, ma'am. They invaded my house, right? And I'm saying, you know what, man? I've never said that I would shoot somebody. I'm saying I have the right to defend myself from unlawful persecution legally with my voice, man. To do any, I don't want to be like George Floyd. I do not want to die. You know what I mean? And for me to, like, if I had my hand and there are cops coming, I wouldn't pull my hands out in a stupid manner, because you know what? How does he know I don't have a weapon? So, you know, I wouldn't even pull my hands out of my pocket. That being said, ma'am, sometimes the only way you guys listen to me is for me to present who I am. I'm saying this is what they've done to me, right? They're doing this to me, and now you kind of have a small grasp of the kind of person I am. I'm not vulgar. I don't swear. I do assert my rights. And I'm saying, hey, as long as you are nice to me, I should reciprocate that. And for me to do any otherwise would be rude, and I was raised better than that, ma'am. Right? I mean, we don't want to talk about, you know what? We were all raised pretty much in the same manner, to be courteous and respectful, to say please and yes and no, you know, and excuse me. Right? But it seems like I'm expected to do all of those things, but it seems like nobody else has to respect my rights as a citizen. Right? And I keep getting trampled on. Right? And the only place that I'm allowed to go and say, hey, look, these are what these people did to me. Oh, they're flying a flag that's offensive to me. Right? That he's protected by the First Amendment to fly that flag that says Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden, right? But people, no, but that's what I'm saying, right? I don't need to keep my voice down, right? I'm proving a point.
I know, but you're also being disruptive with a loud voice.
Is there anybody?
But there's other working offices in here. And
You guys are public officials. This is public
I
access.
understand that, but there are other offices that have doors open.
Okay, so when they were going into my house and they were violating, they were being disorderly and invading my peace of mind, right? Oh, that you guys can violate the same. You know what? If you come up and harass me where I'm allowed to be lawfully, that's disturbing my peace.
Right.
Like right here, like him. Right now I'm doing something lawful. Right, this is a lawful action. Right, if he was to come up and ask me for ID when I haven't committed a crime, right, he's violating his ethics, the rules.
Yes, I understand.
And that's, I'm just trying to present to you guys, man. I wish people would assert their rights more often and hold up your guys' time. Right, because maybe then you guys would start understanding, man, this is the right of the people to come in here and say, hey, you owe me your time. This is what you get paid for. I'm not saying, hey, I'm special. I'm saying this is what you guys are paid for, right? He's paid to patrol the roads, right? He's also paid to investigate certain things that happen, not at his leisure, right? But as the case dictates, right? My house is invaded, right? And that's what I'm saying, man. And you guys, I came in here ahead of time and let you guys know this is going to happen.
And we already explained to you that we had no idea what was going on, and that was completely out of our hands.
No, thank you. I mean, and right there you gave me enough to say, you know what? How am I supposed to be able to have faith in the government that says that they're doing everything by the book, but yet the court said that they were to transfer those records to you immediately? Did they ever transfer them? Oh, what? The computer broke down at that exact moment. The stars lined up.
Okay, I need to get a phone call.
All right, you go have a phone call now.
Okay.
Oh, and like I said, I'm going to be flying my Trump as a traitor, you know, because this is my opinion of him. I mean, when Mike Pence says that the election was not stolen, that, you know, that Donald Trump is and was wrong, right? And now our Congress is saying, man, that, you know what, these guys might be criminal. Right? I mean, you see Bannon and all these men lining up. We're seeing across this nation, we're seeing people holding up the roads in Canada. Right? Our shelves are going empty. I live here in Dayton, and I have to go to the IGA just like everybody else, and our groceries are running out, right? And in this town, I'm a Joe Biden supporter, and I will tell everybody, just like when I go into the grocery store and I see people wearing "fuck Biden," right? I'm saying, hey, you know what? I'm a Joe Biden supporter, and if you guys want to fight, I'm wanting to fight too. Right, don't disrespect my president, which is my right to defend him, right? But in this community, in Walla Walla, you see these big old Donald Trump flags, right? And they're disrespecting my president by saying, fuck Biden, right? Do I have the right to fly my flag? I mean, I've already been told, you know what? You're in the wrong community for that, son. And they don't care if you're white or black or Mexican, because I'll say this isn't a racist community. They're ill-informed and Donald Trump supporters. For anybody to say that the election wasn't fraudulent, which it wasn't, but they're saying it was. So my support,
I mean, are they threatening you or?
no, you know what? TV is saying, hey, man, these are the possibilities in trying times. Do you want me to show you some videos of some of the corrupt acts cops have been doing in the last little bit? I mean, I showed you an affidavit where law enforcement went into my house without a search warrant. I talked to the sheriff yesterday. You know, he said he was going to talk to you today, but I put that in a week ago or better, right? And I'm saying, the fact that they went into my house without any legal right to do so. Right now, if I would have went into somebody else's house and you guys were to find out tomorrow, you guys go arrest me an hour later or as soon as you could find me because, hey, we have reason to believe that you broke into their house. Yeah. You have no eyewitnesses. You know, I mean, and that's just a fact. You guys arrest people on allegations without any proof, and then you build their case after the fact. You know what I mean? You guys want testimony. Hey, we need you to... You know, I don't have to speak to you guys. And I'm saying, I have done nothing, Robbie. You know what I mean? Nothing. Right? And I'm saying for 8 months. I mean, I'm being told that for some reason, they think I'm a drug dealer. Right? Why? Who told them that? Do you have any proof? You want me to show you my
Who
bank?
said you were a drug dealer?
It's all in these
Oh, the CPS people?
No, and I mean, now that you're here, and I got a...
You got to flip the camera.
There we go. So it's like, I don't believe there has been a finding she's an expert made at this point, right? So they're asking this case manager to be sworn as an expert, right? So because in all of this, right, they asked me what my religious beliefs are, so I'm Muslim. Right, so Mr. Do you believe that understanding that religion? Yeah, it's a pre-Columbian civilization, but no, I don't have any understanding it. At the time, was the father confrontational? Was that ever towards the mother? Well, I will say there were times when the mother did talk and the father stopped her from speaking.
Who was asking you all that stuff?
No, these are transcripts from the court. Right?
Oh,
these are my transcripts, right? And this is what I'm saying, man. I have the right to get the right. So these people are saying, like, I will agree that there were times when the mother did talk and father stopped her, but he didn't become comfort. I guess not. Like her. She said I was being hostile. I go, so I'm asking you, is being hostile being asserting a right? I go, have I swore? Have I been vulgar? Right? I am hard of hearing, Robbie. Right? Every time you talk to me, do I not always talk in this manner? I mean, honestly, do I not
what
always...
it is, just people just think you're being aggressive or something like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, I can't change... I mean, are they telling me that I have to change my nature, Robbie? Yeah. To tone... Well, look, man. When you go in, put your inside, I don't have that ability to switch it on and off. Why don't they tell Donald Trump to, excuse my language, why don't they tell Donald Trump to like, hey, you know what, tone it down, sir. Quit getting on Twitter. You know what, stop telling people about toilets, right? I mean, what I'm saying is he said, they all do. All these congressional people, and they get up there, man, they're grandstanding like I'm doing right now, right? And when you get into the nature of grandstanding, what are you trying to do? You're trying to convince somebody to agree with your ideology. So, right, the better a preacher you are, and you know what I'm saying there, right? How does a preacher learn how to project his voice? Right, and I know because you're telling me, right, when you're in the pulpit, sir, right, and you want to target somebody, you're not in a bad way, but you know that they're hurting more than other people. I grew up in the church too, you know, and you know what? The preacher has the ability to just single you out and to talk to you with the eyes and the tone of his voice, and to reassure you and give you kind words, and to fortify you in the name of the Lord, right? And I'm just saying, man, I praise the Lord every day, right? And they're accusing me of being a domestic violator, right? And I'm saying, you know, how dare you guys, and I'm not supposed to get offended, right? I mean, if you believe that, now, you know what? If you believe that my wife is being harmed, by all means, do an investigation. I'll let you into my house.
So was that in Spokane where they were
Yeah,
accusing you of that?
you know what? I got arrested the day my child was born. Right, I'd been in the hospital for 3 days. Right, we were in after we had the baby. They were nice to us the first. Then we went from the top floor to the poor people floor. Right, and they just got rude and hostile. They come in and say, "Why are you here?" I'm like,
That was
"Whoa,
at the
what?"
courthouse?
Oh, I could read you exactly what they said. You know what I mean? It's just. It's sad what these guys do and what they
Now,
think
do you
they-
have a lawyer right now that's helping you go through all this stuff, or?
I got lots of lawyers. It's like, there will be testimony regarding parents, this is what they say, there will be testimony today regarding the parents' unstable home situation, parents' lack of opportunity, appropriate parenting skills, concerns regarding domestic violence, history of wealth as consoling behavior we've seen throughout this case. How many times have they come to my house? None.
Yeah, I never had yours.
Right. What I'm saying is, my wife has a phone. Okay, she has her own phone, right? Am I over there? Am I sitting over her like? She has a phone right now.
Also, they're saying like you're controlling her. or
Right. What
something,
I'm saying
that
is, this is what they're saying. Look, inside, it's like concerns regarding domestic violence, history, well-being, parents engaged services and work. Right. When it comes down to like this young lady here, right? I'm saying I have the right to be informed. I have the right to come to you and ask you questions, right?
Yeah.
And because she doesn't like the parameter of the question, or, you know, she sees the direction I'm going in, she doesn't want to be held accountable or culpable for any advice that she gives me.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't blame her. You know what I mean?
Which
Because
she can't give you legal advice,
right.
and
So
I can't
we
give
are
you legal
so
advice.
we're so
Yeah.
ample to want to sue each other nowadays, so I don't have to work tomorrow. Right? So if you can make a mistake today, Robbie, now I'm going to have you in court tomorrow suing you. You know what I mean? Trying to take your pension, and that's not okay. But what I'm saying is if you violate my rights, right, and that's what they've done, right? I mean, why, if I was so controlling, she has a phone right now, her own phone, her own bank account, everything, right? If she was in such dire straits, right, why don't they say, hey, you know what? And you guys have the legal right to take somebody, right? If she's so vulnerable, the way they say, why don't they put in for a conservatorship over her,
Yeah.
right? It's because she's not rich, right? It's not worth it. But look, with Britney Spears, right? They're saying she has all the symptoms that Britney Spears had, right?
Who
Why
is
did
that?
they? You know who Britney Spears is? That singer.
Oh, the
Well,
singer. Okay.
Yeah.
all
Well,
right.
her dad took conservatorship over her.
Okay.
Had the right to spend her money in her behalf and only her behalf, right? He had the right to pay himself for doing this, right? And I'm saying, they say that she's a vulnerable adult. She's got mental health issues, right? You talked to her. Do you believe that any of that to be true? Right? And I'm saying, I have lawyers, right? Did they call to ask you to be a witness? I'm pretty sure they're going to do it now.
Yeah,
Right?
we're
But what
talking
I'm saying
lawyers,
is my
lawyers.
lawyers, everybody keeps, well, tell your lawyer. I go, well, my lawyer hasn't called any witnesses. Right?
Mhm.
I'm having to do their work for them because they won't do their job, but they're getting paid.
They're like court-appointed lawyers.
Yeah,
or-
what? You know what? A friend of mine has an $80,000 lawyer, and he's doing the same thing. So I told him, at least I didn't pay nothing for mine.
Yeah.
Because she's losing her children, right? I'm the same thing. And the thing is that we have the right to share information. And I'm saying, man, you know what? People need to start being more like Joe or Donald Trump supporters, coming out here and picking sides and saying, hey, you know what? We have the right to defend ourselves too, right? Oh, you guys want to stand your ground, right? I'm saying do it with your voice. You don't have to do it with no weapon. Just sit down on the sidewalk and get arrested, right? How many spots in the jail do you guys have here? 10, right? And what if 20 people showed up? And all they got
It's a
arrested
lot
for,
long.
right? Well, no, but what I'm saying is, and all they got arrested for was civil disobedience in regard to saying, hey, the things happening here are illegal. And I'm not saying they are or they're not, but Robbie, they went into my house without a search warrant, and it
They did.
hasn't even been done. Sorry, not can you guys wait? And that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? All of
This
this,
is where I bring
these are
this.
slander on my name, Robbie. Right? I get it. You know where I would be
I
right
think
now
the
if I
biggest
had
problem
my
is that
children?
most of it started in Spokane, so now it's like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, but then they followed you here, right? And that's what happened, they sent like a court order out here.
Yeah, but no, but like she was saying, it was supposed to be here, but they didn't even know it was here. Right, they couldn't find it, because they never, no, well, the court order said that it was transferred over here, but they never got it.
Oh, okay.
right? So they never had it here, and there was reasons why they want to do that. You know, because as long as you guys can say probable deniability that we didn't have the right paperwork, all we had was the old paperwork, right? We're sorry, we didn't get informed, and I'm like, but I informed you, I showed you. Oh, well, we didn't
Has to
actually.
come through them.
Yeah, so because, you know, sorry that we violated your rights, sorry, but it's already done, you know, now that it's done,
So now, are they saying they're gonna give you your children back? Is that what it is?
yeah, we get our children back as long as I'll say that I have domestic violence issue. We'll get them back as long as I agree to take mental health services. Well, that's what they're saying. Oh, Mr. Condi's like,
So they're wanting you to take these, like, the classes?
yeah, for domestic violence. They want me to take classes for having mental health issues, you know what I'm saying? It's
Where
not mental
is
health.
that? Is that in Spokane or is it
Yeah,
here?
well, no, it's Spokane, but no, but that being said, you don't have nothing on me here. So you know what they used as their allegation to take my kid here?
The paperwork?
The paperwork from up there, right? They have nothing on us, man. We have nothing but good doctor notes. We have good doctor's notes up there. They said that I shook my baby, like, they came, they came over. I mean, like, this is what they're telling me. This is my, I have to go visit my children at Better Future Together. The Jews, be on time for your visit, plan for activities, give your child 100%. Right? It's like, do they think that's okay? Right? To give me a pep talk? It's like, I'm going to a prison, right? To visit my child. That's basically what's happening, right? So these are the rules of when I go visit my child.
Yeah.
Right? They're telling me, hey, be happy. Well, of course I'm going to be happy. My child's there. Right? But what I'm saying is it's like, why? And then they don't. Why would I bring a weapon to see my kid? Right? No physical punishment. Right? They don't have the right to tell me. If I want to corporally, if I want to discipline my child, which is my constitutional right, you know, the severity, you know what I mean? But that being said, the Bible even says, you know, but getting away from that, no cares what. No yelling or harsh tone. No okay, I can't agree with that. No case talk. Right? They're telling me they're saying what I can and can't talk about in my session with my kid. They don't have the legal right to say that. They can't tell me what I can talk about. They can't say, oh, well, you know what? We're Christians, and you can't talk about Judaism here. They don't have the right to do that. But that's what that's saying. You know what I mean? No inappropriate clothing. What's inappropriate clothing? Right? That's objective. You know, that would deem unconstitutional. Right? That's what I'm saying. I can come in here in a Speedo. If I wanted to. You guys can't stop me from coming in here in a Speedo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm saying, if you guys don't think I won't come in here in a Speedo in the wintertime, I will. You know, but why should I have to do that? Because the squeaky wheel gets the most grease, sir. And I'm saying, I've come to you guys now, and what do I do, Robbie? My kids been hurt and harmed up there, right? They don't care,
Yeah.
right? But I'm saying,
I think that's the biggest problem they have is that because it's in Spokane, anything we do here is nothing because
no, but my
Instead of
case,
not
no,
holding
but
the state
I have my
and-
daughter in this county, right? My case is in 2 different jurisdictions. My son Avon is up there. My daughter is out of this county, out of Columbia,
Okay.
right? I was just in court. You were there with me the other day.
Mhm.
You were the bailiff, I think.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'm saying is, and I mean, I'm at this point, Rob, you know what I mean? I'm not breaking the law. They are.
So
Right.
what's your next steps now? They have another, I remember they
No, this is
couldn't
my
do your
next
case
step,
then
Rob.
because,
This is I'm gonna move in here. I live 3 blocks from here, Robbie. Right? I have no job because I have to go visit my kid 3 times a
I
week.
thought you worked at the gas station over here.
No, I work at Dayton. I work at the motel I live at.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? And thank goodness.
Mhm.
Right? But man, you know how you guys put me in a spot where I don't trust my boss no more.
Who's your boss?
I don't even know my boss's name. Boo. I call him a boo. Well, he speaks Hindi. He speaks
Real
Hindi.
big guy from India?
Yeah, he speaks Hindi. He's a really nice man, but
Yeah.
you know, and we basically drop pictures, and he does speak Hindi. But that
He'll
being said,
communicate with you, yeah.
he told me that he had to give the key. He didn't want to give the key to them,
Mhm.
right?
To who? To the?
To law enforcement.
The officer.
They said they had a search warrant, right? So they went in my house, right? So I mean, I don't have children right now, right? I get to work when I want, right? So why not come down here and just tell everybody, hey, you know what? They're still babies. People here believe that Donald Trump won the election and Mike Pence is a liar. You know, maybe we should bring attention to Dayton, right? That this is a little pocket of land, man, that supports. And here's the thing, people don't want to realize, man, in this country, if a civil war does pop up, and I'm saying, hey, I'm watching the news just like everybody else.
Don't watch the news. They're lying.
Are they?
They're all lying. Everybody on each side, both sides are lying.
I'm saying, you know what? I'm saying, I live in this community just like you, and I'm seeing a lot of bad things, right? What I'm saying is we know that there's meth heads in this community. I know where they're at, and I don't even do meth. I drive my car down the road. The funny thing is there's an officer that lives right up here, and right up the road from him across the street, there's some shenanigans going on. Right? I'm just saying, if you live that close and you don't know what's going around your
No, it's just whether you can prove it or not.
Well, that's it right there. And you know what? It's not your guys' job. You know, if a guy wants to smoke on a crack pipe, you know, man, that's his fault. Really, it's his fault. He's not going to be able to go to work because he's going to be high, you know. But I'm just saying, you know what? Sometimes it's used as a tool to destroy your life.
Yeah.
Even though most people are meth heads, opiate heads, you know what I mean? Why is the pharmaceutical company the richest companies in the country? Right? And it's not because they're selling Viagra to everybody. Right? And I'm just saying, you know, it's just,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm going to post up here, Robbie. I have nothing to do. Right? What you want me to sit in my house, looking at my crib, all my baby clothes, right? See the images and think about them stealing my daughter and that my daughter's in somebody else's care. What do they want me to do, Robbie? Right? Stay home and, I can go to class and tell people I don't beat my wife, Robbie.
How did it all get started, like with them?
Because they came into my hospital room and a lady was wearing Donald Trump, and I said, "Look, I don't like Donald Trump. Sorry, no, I don't." And she got offended, man. She went and did a background check. I've been there for 3 days, and they came in hard. For 3 days she was in labor, right? For 3 days she squeezed my hand and almost broke my fingers, you know. And then the baby was finally born. He was 6 weeks premature. He got moved to NICU, right? And they moved us from the maternity ward to another level, right? So the staff was,
Baby.
yes, the first baby. And but getting away from all that, they came in and they started asking questions like, why are you here? Well, I didn't want to be here. My car broke down.
Yeah.
Well, where do you live? We're staying at a motel. Well, why are you staying at a motel? We got shelters. I'm like, I don't want to stay at a shelter.
Yeah.
I don't like shelters. They got, you know, COVID, you know, it's not a good time. And they just kept pushing, man. And then they came in and said, hey man, come on in the hallway. We need to talk to you. I'm like, oh, my wife, you can say whatever you gotta say in front of her. No, we need to talk in the hallway now. I'm like, hey man, whatever you need to say, you can say in front of my wife. Mm-hmm. And we're telling you now. We don't want to scare her. They were the ones that were being feared. They put fear, and she called 911. You know what I mean? And they said that I was swearing, which isn't true. But getting away from that, this is how it all started,
That's what
right?
started it all.
They said that we were homeless.
Which hospital were you at?
Sacred Heart. Everybody's Sacred Heart.
Yes. In Spokane also.
It's like, this is Brent McAllister.
Who is Brent? CPS worker?
No, this guy's follow-up question, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Scott, thank you, sorry. Thank you, we're gonna
What,
call.
is that like a court transcript or?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and since I've created a list 2 times, yeah, things like, looking for employment, for steady housing. So I follow up, did he meet your expectation? Yeah, yes, he did, yep. You have your interactions with him. Have you been any confrontations or seen him? No, I have not had any confrontations with him. Our interactions are good. Bell is loud, and so he is passionate. He's passionate about certain things, right? So this is what they're asking Brent McAllister. Now,
Is that like a witness or a friend or?
yes,
Brent
well,
McAllister?
yes, he's an LDS bishop for the LDS Church.
Okay.
So this is the assistant G. Good morning. You testified that you were surprised with some of the information in the meeting. Is that correct? Yes. Stuff in the meeting you were not aware. Yes. And sorry, go ahead. I don't know specifically what was brought up at the meeting, but I have been brought up before. Yeah. And I don't even remember all the details of the meeting. Okay, when you met with the couple, did Mr. Conner do most of the talking? Yeah. Did it appear he made most of the decisions? Hard to say. Yeah, hard to say, but I'm sure some of the times it was just the way because Crystal was seeing the baby in the hospital. So, I mean, they keep going into this, right? So we have,
What are they trying to say or trying to prove?
well, now, what they're saying
Like you're
that
an unfit parent?
I'm mean to her.
Oh, they're saying that you're being mean to her, and
That
that's
I
why
don't
you
let,
shouldn't have
I
the
won't
baby.
allow her to leave, or, you know, you know what I mean? That, because I have a power of attorney for her. So they believe because I say that I have total control of her life. I never said that. I say, because she, like right now, unless she were to ride the elevator, she can't make it up these stairs, right? And if we just needed to sign a document for you guys, I have a power of attorney. And I can run up here and go, hey, I need to sign this in front of a notary in Crystal's name, and here's my power of attorney. So she doesn't have to make that, because it's a long walk up here, right? So, but they're saying that I'm using that power of attorney to control Crystal's whole life, and that's not true at all. You know what I mean? It's like right now, they have, why don't they go, hey, Mrs. Pena, why don't you come in and visit us? Right? They've never done that. Right? So, I mean, if their concerns are so grave, right, then why don't they, interview her? Why don't they get you guys to interview her? And say, hey, Mrs. Pena, we can get you protection. We'll put you in the way, right? I mean, they make it sound like she's in imminent harm. And they haven't even told you guys, man. I mean, that's just, if what they're saying is so true. But when it came to the baby, oh man, they moved mountains why did they move mountains to save a baby? Right? But they say Crystal's a vulnerable adult. Right? But you know what? Nobody wants to adopt her. Right? And I'm saying, because you're a Christian, right? If God makes you barren, what is God saying? Right? I mean, us as Christians, right? All things are manifested because He willed it that way. So if God made you barren, what's God saying? Oh, we're gonna make you a vessel for some wayward wife or some wayward woman that might not be able to handle her kid. So we're gonna make you barren so you can care for somebody else's baby. See, we're gonna make you whole, but we're gonna destroy that lady. Right? Is that how God operates? Is that God's MO? Right? To destroy one, to make another? No, that's right. Right? So if God made that woman barren, maybe because, you know what, maybe she didn't have the fortitude to actually have a child. I don't know God's intent, right? Now, if a person is transsexual, did God make a mistake? Or is it the person himself that made the mistake? Who, you know what I mean? All these things are subjective. You know what I mean? And I'm saying they want to call in question my integrity, my belief system, right? And I'm saying I'm not harassing nobody. But by golly, man, push come to shove, I have the right to address people saying, hey, do you believe me to be a woman beater? Right? And if you do, how come you haven't saved my wife? Right? And you know what, man? People keep slandering my name, and I know under the law, man, you know, if you make false accusations against somebody, and you know what, it has financially cost me. Right? The burden that I have to do. And I'm saying, I come to all you guys and I tell you that. And I'm saying, man, you know what? We have a war coming, maybe. Right? I mean, this is the news. This is what's going on every day, right? And my kid's being abducted, right? What happens if a war did kick off, Robbie? Do I get to run up to Spokane and say, hey, voila, we're at war, suckers? I'm taking my property back. Right? I mean, I can go back to the Civil War, man. I tell you about, Bell officers back then going and getting runaway slaves in the North. Right? That's what they were invented for. To go get property. That's what we consider people once upon a time. And then there's people in this country that say, hey, let's not talk about yesterday. Because you know what? It's sad travesty. It happened. But I didn't do it. But this is where I'm at, Roger.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really.